Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine. I want you to take a moment, wherever you are, and just soften your body. Allow your shoulders to drop and unclench your jaw. Take a slow, deep breath in, and then just exhale gently. Do it one more time. Inhale in and exhale gently. I'm really grateful that you're here with me today, and whether you're listening while driving or resting or walking or just maybe sitting with a cup of tea, this episode is meant to feel like a sacred pause for your day. But before we begin, I want to thank our beautiful sponsor, Cosmic Connections. Cosmic, it's a truly sacred space here in Nashville where you can explore spiritual tools or books or crystals and connect with people like me for readings and Reiki and classes. So if you're ever in the area, or even if you're online, you can use my code Bertina Podcast 10. That's BERTENA Podcast PODCAST, the number 10, at yourcosmicconnections.com, and you'll get 10% off your purchase. And if you listen to the end, you may hear some other options to win a little bit more. Now, let's step into today's journey. Today, we're exploring something deeply ancient, something intimate, and something that may feel simple on the surface. It's tea leaf reading. And I want you to feel this. This is not about just a cup of tea. It's about slowing down and listening and reconnecting. And it's about remembering, because you already know how to receive the messages, but I'm going to help you through learning a little bit about the history of tea leaf reading today. How the sacred feminine lineage is behind it, how tea leaf reading actually works, and how to interpret symbols intuitively. What you truly receive from a reading, and then we're going to move into a guided tea ritual together. I'd also like to share about my own work. If you happen to be on Amazon or happen to be in Cosmic, I have a book titled The History and Art of Tea Leaf Reading, and it's a beautiful book that really tells about the history of tea leaf reading and then some of the experiences that I'm creating here in Nashville. So let's take another breath and let's begin. Now, to understand tea leaf reading, we must begin with tea itself. Tea originated in ancient China, and in that time, tea was not rushed. It was not something that you grabbed and you ran out the door with. It was something that was intentional and slow and sacred. And tea was part of meditation. Tea was part of daily healing, and it was part of being present. Many people at that time felt that tea was a way of being with yourself. I feel like in today's society, we try to avoid being with ourselves. We're on social media, but we talk to other people. We're running around here, we're running around there, and we never just sit and be present and enjoy a cup of tea. As tea traveled across the world, it moved into the Middle East and Europe, and people began noticing something. After drinking tea, there were patterns that were left behind. Leaves that clung to the cup, shapes that seemed to form, and symbols that felt familiar. And over time, these symbols began to be interpreted. By the time that the tea arrives in Victorian era, England, sorry, that's my history coming out, tea leaf reading became something really special. It became something shared among women. Women would gather, not in loud spaces, but in quiet tea rooms that began to pop up all over England. They had their teas in their hand and stories in their heart. These were women who traveled from Ireland many times, known as Irish travelers, or traveled from Romania. And this was part of their culture. And in England, if you were anyone and you had a social status, you had a tea leaf reading girl. And if you were someone who was very young, you would sit in these tea houses and drink tea, and you would really look at the stories into the teacups. Now, I want you to think about this. This isn't like readings and what we think about today. And even the tea leaf readings that I do, the beginning is more traditional. The second part is more pulling together what you want to call readings. But they're moments of connection and reflection and truth-telling. Imagine a tea room where women are sitting together saying, what do you see? What do you feel? What do you know? And this was intuitive wisdom, and this was sacred feminine knowledge that we were tapping into. And this was priestess work before it had that name again. And what's beautiful is that the lineage has never disappeared. It lives in your intuition, it lives in your sensitivity, and it lives in your awareness. Now, let's move into the actual tea leaf reading practice itself. It's really simple, but it's really powerful. You begin with loose leaf tea, warm water, and a quiet moment. You just drink slowly. You don't rush. And it really doesn't matter the loose leaf tea. People will tell you it's supposed to be this one and this one. I am a person who grabs whatever is around. It can be coffee. There's coffee readings as well. I do like Darjeeling. People do not like it because of the sticks and the bigger leaves, and that's why I like it, because the pictures are easier to see. You want to have a clear cup or a white cup so that you can look into it and see the pictures easier. As you are drinking and you're not rushing, you're setting your energy. You breathe in and you open your awareness and you become receptive. All the women are sitting around talking and laughing and joking. And when the tea is finished, you leave just a small amount of liquid. You turn the cup and allow the leaves to settle. Some people will empty the cup. Some people will leave a little and read what's in there first. And some people will read what's poured out into the saucer. This is where you allow your intuition to guide you. But the important thing is that you begin to look, you begin to listen, you begin to feel. The cup isn't random. It really reflects layers of your life. The rim is what is near, what is emerging, and if things are going out of the rim, it's what is leaving. The middle is what is right now, and the bottom is the deeper, kind of long-term area. And what I always tell my clients is nothing is accidental. It's a reflection of your energy and your thoughts and your intuitive field as you're drinking the tea. Now, this is where people often hesitate. They think that, well, what if I don't know what these symbols mean? So let me help you there. You don't need to memorize anything. If you've taken any classes with me at all, tarot, oracle, tea leaf reading, Reiki, meditation, yoga, don't memorize anything. You're not here to perform for other people, but you are here to feel. So you might see a heart. And what does that heart bring up for you? Is it love or connection or healing? You might see a bird. Is that messages or movement or something arriving? And you might see a path, a roadway. Is this a decision, a direction, a choice? Usually in the teacups, you see anywhere from 5 to 7 symbols, numbers, letters. And what I always tell my clients is to write those down, because you may not remember at this time. It may not resonate. It may not be like, ooh, I know A and that's Adam. No, it may just be there. And really with tea leaf reading, It is a good practice to allow your intuition to be active and for you to trust it. Most tea leaf reading for me usually is within the next week. Kind of the rim is today, maybe tomorrow, and then it goes through like that. But I want you to close your eyes for a moment and just imagine that you're holding a cup. I want you to look inside and you see a shape forming. I don't want you to force it. I don't want you to strain to look at it. I just want you to notice what comes up. It may be what you feel. It may be that you're looking at it and you're like, oh, I know what this means, but your feelings are different. Go with what you feel. That's it. That's how you read. Now, because people always want to know, what do you get from a reading? When someone sits down with me for a tea leaf reading, they're just not receiving symbols. They're receiving clarity about emotions or relationships, or maybe even patterns in their lives. And it's things that they already feel, but they haven't fully seen it. It provides guidance, not prediction, but direction. What is your next step? Many of my clients find confirmation in tea leaf reading. They'll go, I already knew this. This is funny. I just needed someone to tell me this. And I gently remind them that, it's already within you. I am just here to help you connect. Sometimes there is a deeper presence. It's a sense of being guided or supported or seen. Sometimes it's just a practice to help you be aware in the moment. But this is tea leaf reading. This is something that I go much deeper into in my book, The History and Art of Tea Leaf Readings, where I share the origins of tea leaf readings. I do share meanings to help people become comfortable with them. And I try to help you trust your own intuitive process. I really love tea leaf reading because most of the time I do little parties. I do parties in Nashville during the day. I'm doing a Mother's Day tea party where we're going to dress up in our spring outfits and everyone will receive a copy of my book and we'll drink tea and we'll eat little snacks and we will celebrate. We will sit together, we'll share tea, and I will teach you how to read tea leaves. That's going to be at the Healing Society of Nashville on Mother's Day. So if that calls you, just stay connected. It's going to be a beautiful experience. You can subscribe to my newsletter on my website, bertina.org, bertena.org. And it's pretty simple. I do tea leaf readings at Cosmic Connections. I can do them online. I prefer to do them in person. And I also will be I'm usually at the Goddess Market usually the third Sunday in April and sometimes in September as well. But what I want you to do is take a deep breath. Just allow yourself to be open to receiving guidance. Now, if you have a teacup with you, slowly begin to drink the tea. If not, just gently imagining a warm cup in your hands. Take a sip slowly. And you notice that your body softens. Simply whisper into the cup, what do I need to see? What am I ready to understand? Give it a few moments there. Let images arise. Feel the energy of the cup. Is it peaceful or exciting or nervous? There's no judgment. There's no forcing. This is your intuition. Tea leaf reading isn't about predicting your future. It's about slowing down and listening. It's about trusting. And it's about remembering, because you already carry the wisdom. I want you to take what you see in your cup and write it down. Carry it with you over the next week and see what it is that may jump out at you at certain times. Maybe some numbers. If you're signing a contract, do you feel like there is positive numbers in that direction? Maybe not. But that's simple. You already have it. Now simply enjoy a cup of tea. Maybe a cookie or something. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to stay connected. If you can follow the podcast, maybe leave a review on Apple Podcast or a comment on Spotify. And when you do, you'll be entered into a drawing for a $10 gift card from Cosmic Connection. This helps this podcast grow. It helps more people find my work. And it helps me get to my goal to this being a full-time job. And if you're called to go deeper, you can book a reading with me, join any of my classes, explore the Priestess Academy at Bertina.org, or reach out to your Cosmic Connections and see when I'm available or other readers that may do something that you resonate with. But I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you for walking the path. And I'll see you next week in the next episode of The Spiritual Sanctuary, Wisdom for the Divine Feminine.